Hi, my name is Sarah Stumpf, and I am a collection librarian here at the Rockford Public Library. And today we're talking about banned books. Banned Books Week is a celebration of all the things that people don't want you to read. So we have definitely a moment right now in our culture where people are talking a lot about what sorts of things should be available in libraries, what should be available for children, teens, adults, and the different values that you have in our communities about what people should be allowed to read. But as a librarian, my job is to ensure that everyone has access to anything that they are interested in reading without restrictions and without censorship. So let's talk a little bit about the kinds of things that people like to censor or ban. So lots of times you see books about reproduction or how babies are made, books for kids. And these are written at a level for children. These are not for adults, but it takes a gentle explanation of human biology, of culture, of different things to to show kids about how and where babies come from. Things like fertilizing eggs and sperm. This particular one, it's perfectly normal. Changing bodies, growing up, sex and sexual health, covers puberty. And this one has been banned in several communities and in several states for supposedly being inappropriate for children to talk about sex and sexuality with them. This is something we have available at the Rockford Public Library because we believe parents should be able to have the choice to share this information with their children as they see appropriate. Some other things that people like to ban books for. This one, The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Sherman Alexie. This book is 20 some years old and it has gotten banned almost every year for swearing and for promoting disrespect to authority figures. It is about this kid growing up on a Indian reservation and about his experiences as someone who is Native American. It is written by a Native American author, and it doesn't pull any punches about this kid being angry, frustrated by the way he's treated, by facing racism, discrimination, and just otherwise crappy things that happen to this kid. But some people think that teens shouldn't be able to read about a teen that swears or is angry about his life. Another really common thing that gets banned or censored is LGBTQ books. And we at the Rockford Public Library, we need to serve everyone in the community, and that includes our LGBTQ community members. So we have a wide variety of LGBTQ books, including Genderqueer by Maya Kobabe. This one was banned several times, especially in 21, 22, and 23 across the country. It is their memoir of growing up and realizing that they are gender nonconforming and non-binary. And this one is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. This is actually one of the most popular best-selling adult fantasy romances right now. And this one has been banned in the last year for being quote unquote pornographic, even though it is written for adults and there is some sex and sexuality. I think it's on par with what you find in other romance novels or fantasy romance novels. But there was concern that children could read it and it would be too explicit for them. We have this book available here at the Rockford Public Library, but it's in the adult section where we have other books that also have sexual content that aren't made for children. But there are some people who believe it shouldn't be in a library at all if a kid could ever possibly get a hold of it. Here at the Rockford Public Library, we believe that everyone should be able to read the books that they're interested in, regardless of whether some hypothetical child could someday get their hands on it. And this just gives you an overview of the kinds of things that people like to ban. I think that it's really important to see what it is that other people don't want you to know, to read the things that they don't want you to hear about. There are some classic novels that often end up banned, like Handmaid's Tale or 1984, because they are about challenging authority, about thinking outside the box. Same thing with Hunger Games. There's nothing wrong with any of these books. They're great books. And if you've never read them, you might want to ask yourself, why does somebody think I shouldn't be able to have this? So if you visit us at the Rockford Public Library this week for Banned Books Week, you'll see that we have displays and different informational handouts about some of these books that have been banned. I encourage you to check them out for yourself. Take it home, read it, make your own opinions about what it is instead of listening to what someone else does or doesn't want you to read. We all should have the freedom to read and make our own opinions. Thanks.